Good morning, students. In the previous class, we were discussing about equity shares and the features of equity shares and pros and cons of equity shares. Today, we are discussing about the preference shares and debenture. First of all, preference shares. Preference share is often considered to be a hybrid security since it has many features of both equity shares and debenture. It is similar to ordinary share in that the non-payment of dividend does not force the company to insolvency. Dividends are not deductible for tax purpose, and in some cases it has no fixed maturity date. On the other hand, it is similar to debenture in the sense that dividend rate is fixed. Preference shareholders do not share in the residual earnings. Preference shareholders have claims on income and asset prior to equity shareholders, and they usually do not have voting right. That is, the preference shares is similar to both ordinary shares and debenture. Then next, features of preference shares. First one, claims on income and assets. Preference shares is a senior security as compared to equity share. It has a prior claim on the company's income in the sense that the company must first pay preference dividend before paying equity dividend. It also has a prior claim on the company's assets in the event of liquidation. Next one, fixed dividend. The dividend rate is fixed in the case of preference share, and preference dividend are not tax deductible. The preference dividend rate is expressed as a percentage of the par value. The amount of preference dividend will thus be equal to the dividend rate multiplied by the par value. Preference shares is called fixed income security because it provides a constant income to the investors. Third one, cumulative dividend. Most preference shares in India carry a cumulative dividend feature, requiring that all past unpaid preference dividend to be paid before any ordinary dividend are paid. This feature is a protective device for preference shareholders. Next one, redemption. Redeemable preference shares has a specified maturity. After that period, the debenture should be redeemed. Next one, participation feature. Preference shares may in some case have participation feature which entitles preference shareholders to participate in extraordinary profit earned by the company. This means that a preference shareholder may get dividend amount in excess of the fixed dividend. Next one, voting rights. Preference shareholders ordinarily do not have any voting rights. They may be entitled to contingent voting right or conditional voting right. In India, if a preference dividend is outstanding for 2 or more years in the case of cumulative preference shares, or the preference dividend is outstanding for 2 or more consecutive preceding years, or for a period of 3 or more years in the preceding 6 years, preference shareholders can nominate a member on the board. Next and last one, convertibility. Preference shares may be convertible or non-convertible. A convertible preference shares allows preference shareholders to convert their preference shares fully or partially into the ordinary shares at a specified price during a given period of time. Preference shares, particularly when the preference dividend rate is low, may sometimes be converted into debentures. Unfortunately, companies in India have hardly used this security to raise funds. Okay, then Next, we are discussing about pros and cons of preference shares. Preference shares has number of advantages to the company. They are, first one, riskless leverage advantage. Preference shares provides financial leverage advantages since preference dividend is a fixed obligation. This advantages occurs without a serious risk of default. The non-payment of preference dividend does not force the companies into insolvency. Second one, dividend postponability. Preference share provides some financial flexibility to the company since it can postpone the payment of dividends. Next, fixed dividend. The preference dividend payment are restricted to the stated amount. Thus, preference shareholders do not participate in excess profit as do the ordinary shareholders. Last one, limited voting rights. Preference shareholders do not have the voting right except in the case dividend arrears exist. Thus, the control of the equity shareholders is preserved. Then next, the disadvantages of preference shares. First one, non-deductibility of dividends. The primary disadvantages of preference share is that preference dividend is not tax deductible. Thus, it is costlier than debenture. Next one, commitment to pay dividend. Although preference dividend can be omitted, they may have to be paid because of their cumulative nature. Non-payment of preference dividend can adversely affect the image of a company since equity shareholders cannot be paid any dividend unless preference shareholders are paid dividends. These are the disadvantages of preference shares. Next, we are discussing about debenture. Debenture is a long-term promissory note for raising loan capital. The firm promises to pay interest and principal as stipulated. The purchasers of debentures are called debenture holders. An alternative form of debenture in India is bond. Bonds are issued mostly by the public sector companies in India. In the USA, when the term debenture is used, it generally means unsecured bond. Then, what are the features of debenture? First one, interest rate. The interest rate on a debenture is fixed and known. It is called the contractual or coupon rate of interest. It indicates the percentage of the par value of the debenture that will be paid out annually in the form of interest. Next one, maturity. Debentures are issued for a specific period of time. The maturity of a debenture indicates the length of time until the company redeems the par value to debenture holders and terminate the debentures. In India, a debenture is typically redeemed after 7 to 10 years in installments. Next one, redemption. As indicated earlier, debentures are mostly redeemable. They are generally redeemed on maturity. A redemption of debenture can be accomplished either through a sinking fund or buyback provision. Then next one, indenture. An indenture or debenture trust deed is a legal agreement between the company issuing debenture and the debenture trustee who represent the debenture holders. It is the responsibility of the trustee to protect the interest of the debenture holders by ensuring that the company fulfill the contractual obligations. Next one, security. Debentures are either secured or unsecured. A secured debenture is secured by a lien on the company's specific assets. If the company defaults, the trustee can seize the security on behalf of the debenture holders. In India, debentures are usually secured by a charge on the present and future immovable assets of the company. This is called equitable mortgage. When documents are not protected by any security, they are known as unsecured or naked debenture. Next, yield. The yield on a debenture is related to its market price. Therefore, it could be different from the coupon rate of interest. Two types of yield. They are, first one, current yield. Current yield on a debenture is the ratio of annual interest payment to the debenture holders and market price. Then second, yield to maturity. Yield to maturity takes into account the payment of interest and principal over the life of the debenture. Okay, next feature is claim on asset and income. Debenture holders have a claim on the company's earnings prior to that of shareholders. Debenture interest has to be paid before paying any dividend to the preference and equity shareholders. A company can be forced into bankruptcy if it fails to pay interest to the debenture holders. Therefore, in practice, the debenture holders' claim on income is generally honored except in the case of extreme financial difficulties faced by the company. The next type of debenture. Mainly there are three types of debenture: non-convertible debenture, fully convertible debenture and partially convertible debenture. Non-convertible debenture. Non-convertible debenture are pure debenture without a feature of conversion. They are repayable on maturity. The investor is entitled for interest and repayment of principal. Then next, fully convertible debenture. Fully convertible debentures are converted into shares as per the terms of the issue with regard to price and time of conversion. The pure fully convertible debentures carry interest rates generally less than the interest rate on non-convertible debenture, since they have the attraction features of being converted into equity shares. Recently, companies in India are issuing fully convertible debentures with zero rate of interest. Then partly convertible debenture. A number of debenture issued by the company in India have of two parts, a convertible part and a non-convertible part. Such debentures are known as partly convertible debentures. The investor has the advantages of both convertible and non-convertible debentures blended into one debenture. Then there are so many pros and cons of debenture. They are, first one, less costly. Second one, no ownership dilution. Next, fixed payment of interest. Next, reduced real obligation. Less costly means it involves less cost to the firm than the equity financing, because investors consider debenture as a relatively less risky investment alternative and therefore require a lower rate of return. Second advantage is no ownership dilution. Debenture holders do not have voting right, therefore debenture issue does not cause dilution of ownership. Next, fixed payment of interest. Debenture holders do not participate in extraordinary earnings of the company. Thus, the payments are limited to interest. Reduced real obligation. Next advantage is reduced real obligation. During periods of high inflation, debenture issue benefits the company. Its obligation of paying interest and principal, which are fixed, decline in the real terms. Next, disadvantages of debenture. The first disadvantage is obligatory payments. Debenture results in legal obligation of paying interest and principal, which, if not paid, can force the company into liquidation. Next one, financial risk. It increases the firm's financial leverage, which may be particularly disadvantageous to those firms which have fluctuating sales and earnings. Next, cash outflows. Debenture must be paid on maturity, and therefore at some points it involves substantial cash outflows. And last disadvantages is restricted conveyance. Debenture indenture may contain restrictive conveyance which may limit the company's operating flexibility in future. Okay, thank you.